What's up guys, it's Carter and I'm back with another video. And jumping right into it, we started with the max effort upper day, using 30 pounds of bands and 275 bar weight. And this felt pretty good. It was an appropriate weight that I'd like for a training max. I'm trying to avoid missing any lifts. So I called it there. Was feeling pretty decent working up to that. Probably did about 3, maybe 4 sets working up to that weight. Then we moved on to some dumbbell presses, and I'm using 90 pounds here. This felt a little heavy for sets, 3 sets of 10. So I believe I ended up backing down to 85s for the rest of them, but this was the first set. It was almost a failure by the 10th rep, so went ahead and dropped it because I'm supposed to be leaving 2 reps in reserve. Then we moved on to some dumbbell incline presses, and forgot what weight I'm using here. I'm using either 75s or 80s, but using about a 45-degree angle for the bench, and just getting in some good incline work here. And the left front delt's not feeling that great. Got a little bit of pain in there doing those dumbbell presses. So we're gonna take out the incline presses for the time being, just so we don't further aggravate that. Then we moved on to some pull downs. Still haven't been doing any pull-ups yet because of the forearm, but these are working pretty well here, using a thumbs over grip or false grip. And if I grip it out wide, it really doesn't bother the forearm at all. So just been sticking with that variation for now. Then moved on to some lateral raises or side raises. And I coached through these in a couple weeks ago. I'm really liking them. It's kind of getting a good pump in the side delts, kind of filling out the delts a little bit. You know, they've been looking pretty good for the past week or so, kind of pumping up. Then we moved on to some rear delts, and I like to do a chest supported version. It's just my preference, you know, with my low back issues and all that. I like to be able to just do the chest supported version and just really focus on those rear delts. And you know, doing about 10 to 12 reps here, using 20 pound dumbbells. Then moved on to some banded press downs. You guys are very familiar with these if you've been watching my channel, so it's pretty much all the tricep work that I do, and also keeps my elbows healthy. Then we moved on to a max effort lower day. Did some running earlier in the week, had to do my annual run for work, and so my low back was bothering me. This was, I don't know, what is this, 235, something like that. Wasn't feeling that great. I just stopped there. Low back was bothering me. I couldn't sit back in my squat like I'd like. So I just stopped it there. It just wasn't worth it. We can move on and then fight another day here. Don't want to re-injure it. But of course, couldn't really do the good morning. So I did this variation of a good morning. I used my Spud Inc. Sled harness and hooked it up to my belt squat for this variation, and this felt really good. It was pretty tough. I'm going a little light here, but in the following sets I went ahead and upped it to 140. So I think here this is only about 120. So that felt really good. Didn't bother my low back at all, and put a lot of tension and worked the glutes, hamstrings, and the erectors pretty well. And then we moved on to some belt squats, and just doing a really wide stance here, trying to keep that shin vertical and really sit back. And you know, they're really tough. Uses a lot of adductor, and just a nice variation. But I'm getting pretty deep with these. And I think I'd added another 5 pounds to these, so I think I'm up to 245 or 250 there. And then we ended with some glute ham raises and reverse hypers. We almost always end the lower day with the glute ham raises and reverse hypers because I have the machines, and you really can't go wrong with them. They've been instrumental in kind of building back my lower body strength and getting my back all healed up and whatnot. But I was still pretty sore from the couple runs I had to do this week. I had to do a 1.5 mile run for work. I'm a police officer, so once a year we have to do push-ups. Got to do a 1.5 mile run and some other recertification stuff. So I don't like to jog. Generally my conditioning work consists of sled drags for the most part. Might do some carries. Occasionally I'll do some hill sprints, stuff like that. But I really don't like to jog. It kind of bothers my back, and I just don't enjoy it. So whenever I have to do that every year, I'm always expecting to be a little bit sore. Like I said, back usually gets a little inflamed. Ankles and shins kind of hurt. But I did one run in preparation for it just to make sure I was good, and then I went ahead and did the actual run. So this week, just a little banged up. But yeah, we moved on to some dynamic effort upper day. I'm just doing the speed bench here, 9 sets of 3s, and then we do a close, medium, and wide grip variations, so 3 of each. And using 80 pounds of bands and 80 pounds of bar weight here. And just trying to be as fast as I can off the chest. Just try to build up that speed. So hopefully it carries over onto my heavier lifts. The faster you get out of the hole, the more likely you are to finish a lift. So then we moved on to some hypertrophy work, doing the flat dumbbell presses again. You can see me kind of readjusting, like my shoulder's not feeling great. I don't know, it just feels like my scap can't get in the right position to press. I think it's just trying to work around some of that pain I'm having in my front left delt. So that was a tough set. It was pretty close to failure there. So we did 3 sets of 10. Then we moved on to some pull downs, just like earlier in the week. And I upped these another 5 pounds just to kind of push these along here and keep progressing. Like I said, thumb over grip, out really wide on that angled part of the bar. Doesn't seem to bother the forearm nearly as much as some of the other grips. And then we moved on to some side raises again. And like I said, I'm enjoying these. I always like them. I've always kind of thrown these in at the end of upper workouts, for years. Feel like they're really effective and they don't really tax your recovery that much. So I've always thrown in some of these smaller bodybuilding movements at the end of my workouts. So we did the side raises and we did some rear delt flies here. Chest supported variation. Like I said, I just really like these. I'm using 20 pounds here, 20 pound dumbbells here, and then we moved on to some tricep banded press downs as usual. And that does it for the week, guys. I didn't do a dynamic effort lower day. I got really busy. It was a really busy weekend. We had the baby shower, had my son for the weekends, and really only had a small window when I could do it, and my back was really bothering me and I was exhausted. So I figured I'd catch up on some sleep and just get back at it the following week. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.